tangent and secant to the circle. Secant to the circle. Now we can draw a tangent to the circle and secant to the circle also. We can draw a circle. And here second circle. Okay, 1 minute. Now in first figure, we can draw a line which touches the circle at point P. That is, there is a point of contact of circle and line N is a point P. This point P is a common to the circle and line N. Therefore, this line N is called as tangent to the circle. Line N is called as tangent to the circle. And in second figure, center of the circle is C, and we can draw a line M which is intersect to the circle at point P and point R. That is, there are 2 points which are common to the circle and line M. Okay, therefore this line M is called as secant of a circle. Line M is called as secant of a circle. Now there is a one property, a tangent at any point of a circle. A tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the circle, radius of the circle. A tangent at any point to the circle is perpendicular to the radius of the circle. This is the radius CP, and this tangent line N is perpendicular to the radius of the circle CP. We can draw a tangent here also, this radius CA, and if we draw segment here which are passing through the point A, then this is also this line L is also tangent to the circle and which is perpendicular to the radius CA. This is the radius CA which is perpendicular to the line L. Therefore, there is a one theorem or property in 9th standard or 10th standard. A tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the radius of the circle. Okay. Now, we can draw a tangents to the circle from external point. Tangents to a circle from external point. Now we consider this circle which center at point C, and we can take any point P outside the circle, and we can draw lines from point P to the circle like this. Okay. the tangents drawn from the external point to the circle which are congruent tangents. This is the point P. We draw here tangent PT and tangent PR. Okay, we join these 2 points C and T and C and R. These are the right angle triangles. Okay, also join these points C and P. Okay, there is a one property, tangent segment drawn from the external point to the circle which are congruent, that is segment PT and segment PR, which are tangent to the circle and which are congruent triangles. Okay, we can prove by the properties of triangle here. This segment CR and segment CT are the radius of the circle. This angle PTC, angle PTC equal to 90 degree, angle PRC also 90 degree, and this segment CP is the common to the triangle CTP and triangle CPR. By property SSA, these two triangles, triangle CTP and triangle CPR, congruent angles, therefore the remaining side PT and PR are also congruent. Therefore, we can say here tangent segments drawn from an external point to a circle are congruent. Okay, therefore this segment PT and segment PR congruent to each other. Okay, now we see next theorem for touching circle. Next point is theorem of touching circles. Now we know that circles are touch each other. Number first internally and number second is externally. Now first we draw two circles which are intersect each other externally. This is the first circle. Center of the circle point C, here center of the circle point D. If two circles are touch each other externally, number first property, their point of contact is perpendicular to the segment joining the centers of the circle. This line L is perpendicular to the segment CD, which is the line passes through the point of contact of circle first and circle second. Okay, and the distance between these two centers is equal to radius sum of the radii. That is, if we take this point N here, radius Cn plus radius Nd is equal to distance between the centers of the circle. Okay, and next is, if the circles touch each other externally, distance between their centers equal to the sum of the radii. And next point is, if two circles touch each other, their point of contact lies on the line which join the segment CD or centers of the circle. Okay. Second is circles are intersect each other internally. We know that if the circles are intersect each otherly, we have seen this point in earlier point. The distance between the centers of the circle touching internally is equal to the difference of their radii. If two circles are intersect each other internally, then distance between their centers is equal to difference of their radii. Okay. Now we see here next point. Inscribe the circle. Next point is inscribe the circle. Now we can draw here circle. The measure of inscribed angle. First we draw here inscribed angle. This is center, segment ABD. Now this is angle BAD is an inscribed angle in a circle. Inscribed angle in a circle. Okay. The measure of this inscribed angle BAD is equal to 1/2 into measure of the arc BXD, which is intercepted by inscribed angle. Okay. Measure of inscribed angle BAD is equal to 1/2 into measure of arc AXB. Arc AXB or measure of central angle BCD. Measure of inscribed angle BAD is equal to 1/2 into measure of arc AXB or 1/2 into measure of central angle BCD. Okay, we can draw these two lines here. And this angle BCD is a central angle. Therefore, measure of inscribed angle BAD is equal to 1/2 into measure of central angle BCD also. Okay. And next point is angle inscribed in the arc. Angle inscribed in the same arc are congruents. That is, if we join these 2 points B and D, then we get chord BD. And if we draw another inscribed angle here, now another angle, inscribed angle is BPD. First angle is BAD, inscribed angle BAD, and second angle inscribed angle BPD. Now here this chord is same, chord BD is same, therefore the measure of these two inscribed angles, angle BPD and angle BAD are same. Okay, angles inscribed in the same arc are congruent, which are the same inscribed angle, having same arc BXD. These inscribed angles have same arc BXD. Therefore, measure of these two angles BPD and BAD is same. Okay. Now, angle inscribed in a semicircle. Angle inscribed in a semicircle is a right angle. You can draw here circle again. Now this is a circle with center C, and if we draw this diameter AD, now this is the semicircle AYD and AXD, also semicircle. The angle inscribed in a semicircle like this. We can give here name P. Angle APD lies in semicircle. Therefore, measure of this angle is equal to 90 degree. Measure of this angle is equal to 90 degree because this AP and AD are perpendicular to each other. Okay. Now next point is we have to see here cyclic quadrilateral. Next point is cyclic quadrilateral. Cyclic quadrilateral. If all the vertices of a quadrilateral lies on the same circle, then that quadrilateral is called as cyclic quadrilateral. Okay? If all the vertices lies on the same circle, then that quadrilateral is called as cyclic quadrilateral. We can draw a figure here. Now this is a circle having center C. We can draw here quadrilateral. A, B, D, E. This quadrilateral A, B, D, E is a cyclic quadrilateral. A, B, D, E is a cyclic quadrilateral because all the vertices of a quadrilateral A, B, D, E lies on the circle. Therefore, this quadrilateral A, B, D, E is called as cyclic quadrilateral. Okay. Now there is one property. Opposite angles of a circle, opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral, opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary angles. Opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary angles. And next property is, if a pair of opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral, if a pair of opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary, then that quadrilateral is called as cyclic quadrilateral. Also, one more property is there. An exterior angle of a cyclic quadrilateral is congruent to the angle opposite to its adjacent side interior angle. Okay. Now, this is the information about a cyclic quadrilateral. Now, there is another properties in the 10th standard, theorem of angle between tangent and secant. Next number is converse part of the angle between the tangent and secant. Then next property is theorem of internal division of chords, and one more property is theorem of external division of chords. Okay. Now we have seen here the information about circle and their properties, which are in 7th standard, 8th standard and 10th standard. Now last part in 10th standard is, this is the cyclic quadrilateral, and one more two results there. The theorem of angle between tangent and secant. Number second is theorem of internal division of chords. Number third is theorem of external division of chords. Okay. Now today we stop here. Thank you.